Hi, I am Luke Van Maal, the director, editor, and pretty much everything for the training of a ninja except for actor. Obviously, the visual effects were a huge thing on this film. Just the visual effects alone took 60 hours to do, and I'm about to explain almost every cool visual effects shot to you. But if you don't know these terms, then you should watch my video about the visual effects vocabulary. I'll have a link to that video right here and in the description below.
This shot is obviously where he sees the dojo, and this isn't the finished VFX shot, so that's why it doesn't look so realistic yet. This all started with this. So what I first had to do was motion track it. So all those dots there are tracking the motion of the camera, and with that I was able to get the dojo tracked with the camera. But then, as you can see, it goes over his head right here. So what I had to do with that is rotoscope around his head, which what I used was this tool called Roto Brush. With this tool I use this little green thing to select around here, and as you can see it doesn't do a very good job, but I didn't need it to, because what I was going to do afterwards was add this effect called Gaussian blur, which blurs it out, which both gets rid of the stuff in the edges and makes it look like it's out of focus. The hardest shot was right here, because when shooting this part we didn't have enough room on the green screen, so they had to walk off a little bit, which means I had to rotoscope around their arms and legs that went off the green screen. And one more thing, all the backgrounds you see here I did not make. I found them off of some YouTube video, which was some computer-generated model of a real dojo in Japan. So I just took a few clips from that and then used them in the movie. And some people saw this shot in the trailer. This was also in the video that I found on YouTube, and I just 3D motion tracked it and made the text follow with it.
Really, the dojo is just this little Japanese model thing that was actually bought in Japan. It's supposed to be a lamp, but when put on green screen and scaled right, it looks like a dojo.
Now I am going to show you the outdoor training scene. Once again, for the dojo, I just took a picture of it, mask around the edges, and then this little mask right here is actually used to feather out the bottom of the dojo. So without it, it cuts off too fast. But with that mask, it looks faded out, so it looks more like it's on the ground.
Welcome to your first day of ninja training!
For these shots, I just put a pop-up green screen behind Talon, and took a picture beforehand for the background, and added all the dojo stuff on there, and of course, had to rotoscope around the parts that go off the green screen.
Today you are going to learn to dodge a gun!
Throwing things. My goodness, this was fun. Kind of being sarcastic there. Spent quite a while tracking everything onto his hand, and it all goes by so fast you can barely even see it. But this is a picture I took of the ninja star on a green screen. Obviously keyframe movements, so each one of these things here is a keyframe, so that it moves with his hand, and also mask around that part so it cuts off when it goes to his finger, and add motion blur to it. This also done on a green screen. The knife is a picture I found on the internet, and then just rotoscoped around the edges and stuff. And once again, keyframe movements, motion blur.
And this star, and these nunchucks, and this knife, and this banana peel, and this cat, and this wrench. And this star, and these nunchucks, and this knife, and this banana peel, and this cat, and this wrench.
Right here originally looked like this.
I'm gonna need a band-aid, some ice.
A lot of stuff had to be done to make it look right. So with the parts of his body that went off the green screen, once again I have to rotoscope around that, and to make up for the part that was right there, I masked around a piece of ground that was like right here or something, and feathered it out so it just looks like this, and then motion tracked it so that it covers up the green screen in the background. And I also used another one to make it look like it's not levitating right there. Motion tracked the dojo, and used the rotoscope tool to go around Jory.
Ooh. I'm gonna need a band-aid and some ice.
The throwing the ninja star shot. A lot of people think that this was really difficult when really it was probably one of the easiest hard-looking shots to do. First, he acts like he's throwing the ninja star, but then we tell him to stop right where he is, drop the ninja star. I just move the camera as if I'm following the ninja star to where it hits the tree and I pull the focus.
So for the ninja star here, I have these sticks and pretty much just use fishing pole string to connect it to this, spin it up a little bit, then record in 120 frames per second it doing this. And there you have it.
These two shots right here are him pretending to throw the ninja star and dropping the ninja star, the fake ninja star, and all the ninja star moving. So now the ninja star is fake, as you can see here. And then keyframed the ninja star to zoom in and added fake motion blur onto the background. And then this separate clip is just it staying still against the green screen while I move the camera. And surprisingly, the wires didn't actually show up after I did the green screen stuff. But then as it hits the tree, I have it keyframed just to move faster to get to the tree, as if it's going back into regular motion. I move the mask in more, so it looks like it's cutting off right at the tree. Ninja star rapidly throwing. First off, the ninja star was also just a picture I took of the ninja star on the table, and then just made a bunch of masks around it, so that's like it's green screen. And basically just keyframe movements to make it move with his arm. And of course I have to rotoscope around his arm, his belly, and any other body part that it wasn't supposed to go across.
And I'm going to cut right there because this video is almost 10 minutes long and normally people won't want to watch videos more than 10 minutes, including me. I will resume to the even cooler special effects in the next video.